don't have much clue about what this franchise really is. I didn't read the books. I didn't play the video games. So I am oblivious. This is my foray into this world, this universe, which is apparently beloved by a lot of people. Now, I've been thinking about potentially playing the games just because of how well received they are and how people are excited, and in another way, a bit worried about this television show because of how expansive it is. It sort of feels like a Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons type franchise, you know, and those are very hard to do well. So let's get to it. I mean, Henry Cavill is in this. He looks big as always and has very long white hair apparently. So let's get to it. Let's go. There's the white hair. I said it.
Stories about witches.
Oh, is he a witch?
Is it true what they say?
Elves are the original sorcerers of the continent. When humans and monsters arrived, elves taught humans how to turn chaos into magic.
Okay.
The humans slaughtered them.
Right.
Chaos is the most dangerous thing in this world.
It's like Natalie Dormer, the kid.
But without control, chaos will kill you.
So that's all life is to you? Monsters and money?
It's all it needs to be.
Something out there waits for you.
Well, he does look a bit.
This child will be extraordinary.
Yennefer, imagine the most powerful woman in the world. Do you have what it takes?
Hey, wow. They have not cut budget for this thing.
You can't outrun destiny just because you're terrified of it. It's coming.
Find Geralt of Rivia.
Is he Geralt of Rivia?
I can't do this without you.
No matter what you choose, you'll come out bloody.
Oh, wow. Is that Sherlock? Did they bloody... Whoa, he looks a bit demonic there. Okay, I mean, they didn't give a date. Which, I want a date for when this shit's coming out. I always want a date. That way I know when to block a weekend out. But, I mean, it looks interesting. Definitely something that I would want to watch. It does look a bit gory, but it doesn't look super gory, which is basically the barometer for me. It looks like it's the fantasy type gore, whereas Saw and that type of stuff is just a bit too much. I don't know. I think the story looks intriguing. I see why people said there were potentially problems with this, because it's written... The series is relatively old, not super old, I don't think. Actually, when was this series written originally? Let me just have a check, because I don't want to be like it was written in 1980 and then it was written in like 1962 or 1899. The Witcher books. When were the books written? Let's have a look. Okay, the first one apparently 1994, the year I was born, just about. Okay, so it's not really that old of a series, actually. I thought it was an older series than that, considering the stuff people were saying about it. People were saying that in the book itself, there's not really a ton of representation, as one would say, or diversity, is what someone else would say. And because of that, they basically changed this TV show or film. I don't know if it's a TV show or a film. I'm not sure. They changed the Netflix show and got people of color, as they say. Now, to me, people of color just sounds like you're saying colored people. Don't really like that. You got people of ethnic minority backgrounds in this show as well, where, you know, it doesn't really fit because apparently it's set in like Eastern Europe, like hundreds of years ago. Doesn't really make sense. There'd be a lot of people of other descents. It's sort of the problems people have with shows now when they retroactively just make people black or Asian or X or Y just for the sake of it, even though it really historically doesn't make any sense. If you want to make a historically accurate show and a show that actually fits with time periods and is true to the source material, then I guess do it that way. If you're going to do it completely differently, then I guess do it completely differently. Personally, I would, think that it would... I prefer things when they are true to the source material. I'll say that. So basically what I'm saying is just write source material with people from all over in it, and then you get... I don't have this problem, and a lot of people would have less problems by just casting people of other races in films which were originally people of different races. It's like the Little Mermaid scenario. Most people I know are actually a bit outraged by the fact that Disney had cast a black Little Mermaid. Out of the 7 people I talked to about it, 5 of them were like, this is stupid. It's not a black character. It's a European character. It's actually, I think it's a Danish character, I think. Like Northern Europe, that area. And she's red-haired, she's white, and then they made her black. Most of the people who I talked to about it didn't like the fact they did it, because their opinion, just like my opinion, is just make a new bloody character. Make a new character, make a new story, and then everyone will probably be on board with it. Like, you won't have anyone saying anything. But if you just retroactively change shit, that's where people have problems. And I think it's a thing which isn't really being put out there very much, because everyone just gets called a racist if you don't like it. But just so you know, all those people that I asked were actually black. Only 2 of them were like, this is great. The other 5 were like, no bueno. So that's where I stand on that. But this actually looks pretty good. It looks like they actually spent the dollar bills, the money on this series or TV show. I don't know if it's a series or a show. Either way, I mean, it looks like they have really tried on it, and that's all you can really ask for with Netflix, because most of the stuff they put out isn't really the best. But this looks pretty damn solid. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then the Witcher himself, I sure hope that's the character, will come after you. Henry Cavill, he'll come after you. You don't want that, you really don't. He's a beast, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great, I'll see you next time. Woo! Skadoosh.